Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. Hey, Steven, how are you? Black Queen, what's going on, baby? How y'all doing this morning? I'm not going to hold y'all too long, okay? I'm not going to hold y'all too long today. The title of this foolery is Fathers Are Needed with a King Mindset. Prime example, okay? Florida State University, mm-hmm, FSU, mm-hmm, and Dallas High School gun reform now, okay? Now, every time a situation like this happens, okay, you will hear people shouting gun reform, okay? Every time something like this happens, okay, you will hear people shout gun reform. Soraya, how are you? So, this is no different. You will hear people all over social media shouting gun reform. Are we not tired of shouting gun reform? Are we not tired of shouting gun reform? Because when Biden was in office, okay, and illegal migrants took over three complex in Colorado, three complex in Colorado. I would never, if somebody would have said that to me, that would happen in the United States, I'd have told them they're lying. I'd have said, nah, y'all lying. That shit don't sound right. I would have said you lying. But that's not the case. Y'all have let people in our country that does all types of foolery to us, and then you turn around and shout gun reform. You know what I'm saying? Then you turn around and shout gun reform. This is what y'all say. So it makes people get in here and be like, this is what we need. We need this. We need that. This is the uncomfortable truth. If these children are not groomed with a father that has a king mindset, these kids don't know what consequences are. They don't. You have a Caucasian male, and it was two of them allegedly, okay, on Florida State University property. Former student, and I think they said one was a student, okay? One of the gunmen was mother is a deputy, okay? One of them, their mother is a deputy, and he was able to touch on her peace be stills, okay, and able to bring it down to the university and wreck shop, okay? Then we have one of our own children, African American, okay, and he went to a high school and he wrecked shop at the high school. Tell me how we keep shouting out here, we don't need men. Tell me how we keep shouting out here that we don't need men. Leonard, how are you? Tell me. Because somehow we believe that we can raise these boy children, okay, girl children without men. We have put it in our mind that we can raise these boys without a man of substance in the household. Long as I get any man, some of y'all, I get any man, that's all right with me. You know what I'm saying? but not the man that holds the children accountable while they're growing up so they know what to do and know what not to do. President Trump dropped this yesterday. Check this out right here.
An obligation to protect the Second Amendment. I ran on the Second Amendment among many other things, and I will always protect the Second Amendment.
Is there any changes that you want to see to gun legislation? Anything you see broken with gun laws in our
Well, I'm going to have to look. I'm a big advocate of the Second Amendment. I have been from the beginning. I've protected it, and these things are terrible. But the gun doesn't do the shooting. The people do. I have an obligation to protect the Second Amendment. I ran on the Second Amendment among many other things, and I will always protect the Second Amendment.
Is there any changes that you want to see to gun legislation? Anything you see broken with gun laws in our
Well, I'm going to have to look. I'm a big advocate of the Second Amendment. I have been from the beginning. I've protected it, and these things are terrible. But the gun doesn't do the shooting. The people do. I have an obligation to protect the Second.
What did you want him to say? Guys, let me know if my mic sound nice. What did you want him to say? What did you want him to say? Because he's right. That's what he ran on, to protect the Second Amendment. I just dropped my pencil. What did you want him to say? Because that's what he ran on. Okay? That's what he ran on. To protect the Second Amendment. And the way y'all have let illegal migrants come in here, nobody wants to put down their peace be stills. Nobody wants to give up their right. Even though we're having deletions like this in the school and the university. Because at the end of the day, what President Trump did say is that guns don't delete people, okay? People delete people. Okay? People delete people. People are the problem. Now, this deputy, more than likely, she gonna have some problems. She probably lose her job because they'll be saying you didn't secure the peace be still. 18 years on the job. She gonna probably lose her job because of her son. 18 years on the job. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now let's get to the next video. Good morning, A-Team. How are you? I see you, honey. Thank you for saying, yes, Ma, your mic sound nice. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. So this is the next foolery, okay? This is the next foolery that's coming down. So we're going to first talk about the Florida State University, okay? Florida State University. We're going to first talk about them. Shout out to Officer Tatum, okay? He did an amazing discussion about this young man. It's a little bit harsh, y'all, so get ready. Y'all know how Officer Tatum do, okay? So let's get in here. Shout out to Officer Tatum.
Shootings.
Shout out to Officer Tatum.
There was a school shooting in 2018 in Parkland, Florida. There's the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, not a school, but a mass shooting in 2020. These incidents continue to recur in Florida.
Some people may be afraid to commit crimes because they don't want the penalty, but people who are actually hell-bent on creating chaos and confusion and damage in the lives of other people are going to do it no matter what mother freaking law you put into place. It makes me upset every time there's a shooting. I literally want to slap the sugar honey iced tea out of these people who get on TV and say the stupidest stuff in the world, conjuring up confusion to push strict gun laws. So it looks like we got breaking news that just came out. The shooter has been identified in the incidents, and I bet he's a white kid. Is he white?
Yeah. First of all, I cannot believe it's my.
Now he said it too fast, didn't he? Oh my God, he said it too fast. Mrs. She said, "How are you, Dutch? I see you. Yes, I do. It's a traditional wrap on my head. Well, the style is traditional. It's a traditional wrap on my head. So let's get back into it. Shout out to
That he's
Officer
a white
Tatum.
kid. Is he white? Yeah. Okay. If you catch him shooting him up in the high school, if you catch him shooting up in the high school and post it on social media, is a black kid. If you get him into college, it's probably a white kid. But they're gonna give me the clips here in a minute. Is this the news clip? Yes. Can you play the news clip, please? Thank you. Roll it.
The shooter is 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner. And he's the son of a Leon County Sheriff deputy.
Whoa.
Our Deputy Eichner, has been with the Leon County Sheriff's Office for over 18 years.
Whoa.
She has a tremendous job that she's done. Her service to this community has been exceptional. Unfortunately, her son had access to.
And you see how the chief is like, her service to this department has been, amazing. Like, he about to drop the hammer on this woman because, more than likely anybody who is in law enforcement, they teach their children about gun safety. You know what I'm saying? They teach their children how to use a gun properly. So when this boy was, letting it off, okay, more than likely when he was letting it off, his aim probably, was nice, okay? The only problem they gonna have right now is that, for the mama, because more than like this boy going to jail, the mama is gonna lose her job. She gonna lose her job. More than likely they gonna let her go. But let's continue. Let's get into the foolery. Here we go.
Weapons.
Whoa.
And that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene.
That's not good.
And we will continue that investigation into how that weapon was used and what other weapons perhaps he may have had access to.
Whoa. This was a plot twist like I wasn't expecting. Ladies and gentlemen, as this story is developing, you need.
Now, he's saying it was a plot twist, okay? And it's sad. Lord, it's sad. Shout out to Mrs. She Said, who is in the house, promoting conscious parenting with the Harrises. Baby, there's no other. Do you hear me? The Harris tribe. Listen, there's no other. Y'all get in here, like and subscribe to their sister channel. Also their family channel, promoting conscious parenting with the Harrises. Baby, you can't go wrong. You hear me? Shout out to the Harris tribe. Shout out to Mr. He Said as well. Always got that cerebro Saturdays, baby. Content is always fire. This is the Shame Lady, Mrs. She Said. On Sundays, honey, she bring that smoke, baby. She bring that smoke. Shout out to Underrated Darkness for always doing the damn thing. Y'all get in here and like and subscribe to that brother channel. He bring that fire. He bring that accountability. Okay? Thank you, y'all. Please like and subscribe to these both amazing content creators channel. And also, Mr. He Said, I cannot forget that brother. Also get in here and like and subscribe to his channel as well. So let's get back into the foolery. Here we go.
I'm just trying to go through some of these facts that just come into my desk right now. Let's see. Police responded quickly. Eichner was shot and detained after failing to comply with commands. Currently hospitalized in custody. Investigation. I think Eichner was the one he mentioned, right? Let's play that clip again, because I don't know what the name was. He said it at the very beginning of the clip. I'm going to play the clip and see if he identified the kid that I'm looking at this paper as. Because I think that it is. Don't worry about it. I see it on here. So Phoenix Eichner was the son of one of their deputies who had served for 18 years. And he had gotten shot. And on the scene was one of her weapons, or one of the weapons that belonged to her, which he had access to. Now, I don't know how to perceive this. See, this is why you gotta be on your kids and you gotta know what's going on. You could be a police officer and your kid acting up and he end up shooting up a school. And how she didn't know, or maybe she did, maybe she reported him, I don't know. When your kid is grown, I don't know what else you can say to him, but for him to have access to your weapons, that's not good. You gotta lock him up. He finna do life in prison. Hopefully he get the death penalty. But that's insane that a deputy's child is the one involved in a shooting, I believe in the same county that the deputy is an officer in. What would be even more of a plot twist is the deputy actually shot him, but I'm pretty sure 18 years on the department, you're probably not working in patrol. What a crazy, crazy, crazy development. I want to play the news clip so you guys can see what's going on. It's a very unfortunate situation. And it speaks to a bigger, broader issue, is that kids are not protected and safe whatsoever on some of these campuses. It's an open field for people to do exactly what they're doing now. Is there a possibility to protect people on campus? I don't know if there even is a possibility to protect people on large-scale campuses like Florida State University. And you know, do you have kids be able to carry on campus? I think they should be able to, so they can protect themselves where they're not running around. All it takes is for people to coordinate an event and there will be tragedy.
I don't know about that part. I don't know about that part that they should all have peace be stills. I don't know about that part. Okay. But I do agree that the college campus, you know, the campus police supposed to be around. They're supposed to have armed police officers. Okay, real police, not security, real police. Okay, because I know at our daughter's college, they got the whole police department, like right there, you know, right at the beginning of the school. Like there's a big police department and everything. Now I agree with that. They should have cops on the property. And mind you, our daughter's school is real big. Her college is like real huge and stuff. So yes, they should be patrolling, police officers around. I don't believe in that security police unless they got peace be stills. But the kids should not have peace be stills. You got to hear the stories that my daughter tell us, our daughter tell us about the kids in the school. Oh my God, them kids, listen, they ain't in their right mind. They not there. They doing all this, you know, screwing and sucking and all this stuff and partying and all that. Can you imagine them having peace be stills? They drunk and all that stuff like that. Because some of these kids just go to school to party. You know what I'm saying? That's not, nah, I don't agree with that. But let's continue. Because Officer Tatum, shout out to Officer Tatum, because he putting it down. He putting down the damn thing. Well, here we go.
It is. I have to give kudos to the law enforcement officers who are here, because two assailants who are shooting with only this many people that have perished means that they had responded in some appropriate way to mitigate more people losing their lives. And for them to take out one of the suspects and have one in custody, kudos to law enforcement officers for doing the job that they can do with the capacity that they have. Roll the clip.
We now have an interview, a brief sound from one of the students on that campus. Let's listen in.
I was parking my car, walking back, and as I was walking back, I see these group of girls crying, really upset, walking back from the student union, told me they heard gunshots, and they just ran and came back to their apartment where I was walking to. I just hope everyone's okay, and I hope that, we can just do better precautions so this doesn't happen again, and I just feel awful for the students on there.
Leonard, you are correct. I will believe that they have campus police in truth. They can't stop someone coming on campus doing that, but it would definitely be met with a fast response. Now, that's true. That's true. 18, I see what you wrote. I didn't forget Ricky. Don't worry. I didn't forget him. I'm going to say him at the end, okay? Don't worry, you know I shot my people out. I don't do like other content creators do, that they act like they don't see these people in the chat. I don't do stuff like that. So let's continue. Here we go.
These emotions right now, dealing with feeling scared for their lives. Right now, they're still on campus. They're on lockdown right now. They just said they're scared, they're in lockdown, and they just want to go home.
Let's talk about about the difference between a panda?
He got a lot of commercials today in this doggone video. I ain't see these many commercials. Okay, here we go.
Go home.
Well, you can hear in that student's voice and in her account what has happened at Florida State University in Tallahassee. This is an active shooter situation. Students have been told for more than an hour. The first alert went out at just after noon Eastern time for students to shelter in place. That was reinforced 10, 15 minutes ago. We have reports of multiple injuries. Police and the FBI are on the scene. Another campus, another school shooting, it seems. Certainly, as we heard in the voice of that witness, another tragedy.
All right, give me the next clip. I think Donald Trump had something to say about this real quick. Roll it.
Thank you very much, everybody. And I've been briefed on the Florida State University, Tallahassee active shooting. I guess it's an active shooting. Fully briefed as to where we are right now. It's a shame. It's a horrible thing. Horrible that things like this take place. And we'll have more to say about it later.
There are now 2 deceased following that shooting at Florida State University. Following and amid that, is there any changes that you want to see to gun legislation? Anything you see broken with gun laws in our
Well, I'm going to have to look. I'm a big advocate of the Second Amendment. I have been from the beginning. I protected it. And these things are terrible. But the gun doesn't do the shooting. The people do. It's, a phrase that's used probably too often. I will tell you that it's a shame. I'm just hearing about it now. I just hear about it. I know the area very well. I know the school very well. I know everything about it. It's Florida. And we'll have more to say about it later.
What do you mean when you say there will be more to say about it?
Only in terms of what happened. As far as legislation is concerned, this has been going on for a long time. I have an obligation to protect the Second Amendment. I ran on the Second Amendment, among many other things, and I will always protect the Second Amendment.
I want to play the CBS blaming the Florida gun laws for this particular shooting. Roll the clip.
The school shootings in Florida have been known for some time. There was a school shooting in 2018 in Parkland, Florida. The Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando, not a school, but a mass shooting in 2020. These incidents continue to recur in Florida, and we know from our CBS News reporting just down the street in Tallahassee this week, the state legislature was considering legislation to pull back some gun control measures in Florida, including measures to keep guns out of the hands of people under 21.
Now, let me tell you how stupid these people are. And you can play the footage compilation with no sound while I explain this. Let me tell you how silly people are. Because this incident is going on and they're acting as if there's a law in place that will prevent this from happening. There's laws that are in place to prosecute you after this happens. When a person is saying you have to be 21 or older to carry a handgun, that's not to stop people necessarily from getting a handgun. That's to prosecute you if you're found in possession of a handgun under 21 years old. I don't know what kind of world we think we living in, but laws necessarily aren't created to prevent anything. It's created to prosecute you. Some people may be afraid.
Guys, I gotta stop real quick. Am I messing up? Is the stream messing up? Because it looked like it's messing up. Is the stream messing up? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if the stream is messing up. Okay, Steven, thank you. I don't know why, but I see my stuff messing up. Let me see. Okay, so let's continue then, since y'all said mine not messing up.
Because they don't want the penalty, but people who are actually hell-bent on creating chaos and confusion and damage in the lives of other people are going to do it no matter what mother freaking law you put into place. It makes me upset every time there's a shooting that go. I literally want to slap the sugar honey iced tea out of these people who get on TV and say the stupidest stuff in the world, conjuring up confusion to push strict gun laws. Now, let me just say this because it's going to make me mad, but I'm trying not to get upset. Look at the shootings that occur in all of these other places. Look at Chicago, Illinois, where people are getting mowed down every single weekend. Now you tell me, are you complaining about the law? Do people not get shot and killed in New York City? Do people not get shot and killed in New Jersey? Do people not get shot and killed in other circumstances, situations in different cities? But the idiots amongst us are delusional about what laws are. We don't have stuff like that happen frequently in the state of Arizona. Why? Because everybody got a gun out here. You get to playing around on campus, you're gonna take a L. I'll say this as well. Maybe some of the gun laws and the rapid response of law enforcement and the preparedness of law enforcement in some of these red states, especially Florida, is the reason why there weren't more people that lost their lives. It makes me upset that these cowards would get on TV and say something every single time there's a shooting. But when black people are shooting black people, they don't have nothing to say. There's a mass shooting every weekend in the inner city in this country. That's why we see 6,000 plus black people die every single year to homicide. And majority of them are shooting deaths. Why is that the case? Because people are gonna commit crimes. They're gonna steal guns, they're gonna buy stolen guns, they're gonna have guns underage, it's gonna happen. You can't prevent that. What you can do is get people equipped to carry their own gun and to make sure they're safe with law enforcement agencies that we pay taxpayer dollar for them to defend us. And when these things hit the fan, you have a rapid response like we saw in this situation where we've mitigated the death of multiple kids when it's a campus with probably 30,000 people on campus, and we have the casualties that we have. So I just want to throw that out there because this is obviously a breaking news situation. Do we have any other eyewitnesses or no? That young girl was the eyewitness? Yeah. We'll play some more eyewitness so you guys can get an account of what may have happened. Then we're going to move on. Roll the clip.
Saw that happen. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were over in the loading bay right here next to it and started seeing everybody run. The maintenance guys were telling everybody to get out of the building. So everybody started coming out the back. And I mean, if they would have probably moved 20 feet further, they would have been on this side of the building, which is where he walked out. He came out.
The shooter?
Yeah, he came out this door right here, and then he saw the maintenance guy who was waving everybody, and I guess heard him probably, and turned and shot that way towards like our direction, towards him. There's a golf cart over here with a bullet hole in it.
Yeah, we got a picture of it.
That blocked it. So that was meant for him. And then after that, he turned this way and started shooting out on the green. He didn't shoot many shots when he came outside. It was only like 4 or 5 shots, but he shot like 2 at our direction, and then he shot like 2 this direction. And that's the girl that got shot in the butt over here that was laying down for a while. They stretchered her off. She looked like she was alive, but I'm not sure. I hope that she is. But then he went back inside. I should have probably hid. I pulled out my phone and started videoing everything, came back out. I heard that there was a shotgun that never fired that they saw, so they had me looking in the bushes for a shotgun for a while.
And who's they? Had you
The cops. The cops showed up very fast, like almost instantly. Tons and tons of cops showed up instantly. I mean, there were probably 20 cops within 5 minutes, just right there. But then, as well as the 100 that were out here.
Yeah.
But
did you see many shooters, like multiple shooters?
I didn't see multiple. There was only the one that was in here, but what I've heard is that they had one at each entrance. Mm-hmm. So I think that like this was the guy on this side, and then there was probably one on that side and one on that side.
So nobody was going to get out, essentially.
Yeah, they had it planned. I mean, it seems like a coordinated thing. It was definitely coordinated.
And what were you doing here? Were you getting ready to go to the union? What was like? Were you?
No, I had just left. I was going to my car.
So you were just leaving.
Parked on the service road right there.
How does it make you feel now you kind of missed the brunt of it?
Well, I mean, good. I'm glad I'm alive. Yeah. I'm glad everybody else standing here wasn't right there.
Why she asks him, how does it make you feel that you missed part of it? What do you mean miss part of it? Did I hear that correctly? Did she say that? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know sometimes my hearing be off a little bit. Did she say that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? These reporters are something else. Here we go. Oh my God.
And I'm glad that my maintenance guy who was helping by everybody out got missed. But I mean, it's crazy. People are sick. You know, there's sick people in the world.
I think she wanted him to say something about gun control. The young man seems to have a level head about it.
Let's bring it back.
But yeah,
let's bring it back a little bit.
Side, and then there was probably one on that side and one on that side.
So nobody was going to get out, essentially.
Yeah, they had it planned. I mean, it seems like a coordinated thing. It was definitely coordinated.
And what were you doing here? Were you getting ready to go to the union? What was like? Were you?
No, I had just left. I was going to my car.
So you were just leaving.
Yeah, parked on the service road right
How does it
there.
make you feel now you kind of missed the brunt of it?
Well, I mean, good. I'm glad I'm alive. I'm glad everybody else standing here wasn't right.
She said, "How does it make you feel that you missed the brunt of it? Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Like he said, I'm happy, I'm alive. Why? You know, I'm telling you, it's y'all millennials. It gotta be a millennium. Y'all millenniums, y'all be getting in here. Y'all be thinking the question makes sense. Y'all be thinking it makes sense. Okay, why would you? I thank God I'm alive. I thank God I'm alive. He said it right. Yes. I thank God I'm alive. Yes. No, I can't. You know, one thing I'm gonna share with you that I had learned growing up being, you know, one of Bebe's kids. One thing I learned growing up being one of Bebe kids is when you hear buckshots, you go the other way. Like, you know, even if you see a whole bunch of people running that way, you go the other way. I thank God I'm alive. The young man said the right damn thing. Here we go. Let's go.
But and I'm glad that my maintenance guy who was helping everybody out got missed. But I mean, it's crazy. People are sick. You know, there's sick people in the world.
He right.
I think she wanted him to say something about gun control. The young man seems to have a level head about him. But yeah, it's very unfortunate. I don't know why people get upset and want to go kill other people. If you mad at your life and you hate your life, how about you deal with that at your own house? What are these people walking out? Let me tell y'all this. They only do this in places that are gun-free zones. They only do this in places where nobody's going to combat them, right? They go to a mall where people are just shopping and buying. They go to a school where the kids are not even allowed to have guns on the campus. They go to places where they're not going to be confronted. They're not going to go anywhere where there's an advantage from the public to clean them out if it came down to it. But I just thank God that more damage didn't happen. Shout out to the officer that put a bullet in the head of one of the suspects. I wish we could have seen the video of him so they can drag him out so everybody can see.
Now, Officer Tatum, sometimes he has a way with words because he said, shout out to the officer that shot that one of the boys in the head and wish they would have dragged him out in front of everybody. Officer Tatum said that. This man have a way with words. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to listen to this man and drink some slow coffee. You know, not slow coffee, I'm sorry. You have to be able to listen to this man and sip that coffee slow. That's how I was supposed to say it. And slip that and sip that coffee slow. Oh my God, here we go.
What happened to you when you do this to people?
That's nasty.
But I will say that I don't know what's going to change this stuff, to be honest, man. We can pray all we want. Yeah. People still raising their kids like idiots.
They do.
Letting them do whatever they want to do. They have no accountability. They grow up, they're not monitoring their kids. Or they raising narcissists, psychopaths, and they releasing them out into the world, and now they're affecting everybody else's kids. I don't know if it's ever going to change. All I know is you got to be vigilant. You got to pray, put God first, and when it's your time, it's your time. You know, do your part, be a good person, and hope to God he ain't calling you home yet, especially when there's a shooter on campus.
Shout out to Officer Tatum for putting down his truth, okay, and the truth, okay. Oh my God, Star, what's up, Black lady, Black Queen? I hope I greeted you. How you doing, sweetie? So this is why I ask y'all. Fathers are needed with a king mindset to raise these children. Fathers are needed with a king mindset to raise these children. That's every color. That's every color. Because men that have a king mindset, they're going to hold their children accountable. But y'all women be in here, that's my child. That's my child. I do what I want to do. That's my child. I don't need no man. And then when the child get grown, and out of control, what do you do? What do you do? But y'all be screaming this. Y'all scream this. I watched yesterday on social media, Caucasian mother and father, okay? And The father has not seen his child for 1 month. Okay? 1 month he hasn't seen this baby. Okay? The mother says she feels the child is in danger. So she took away his rights to see the baby. The judge said, how you do that when I had authorized him to pick up the child every weekend? Okay? So how you do that? She was like, well, the judge said, well, I feel that if that baby don't get to his house by today. No, did the judge? Wait a minute. You know what the judge did? The judge locked that ass up. That's what the judge did. He locked that ass up. He's like, you going to jail. You going to jail because I gave a specific order for him to be able to pick that baby up every weekend. And so now you decided that the child is not safe. If the child is not safe, you come talk to me. You hear me? You come talk to me. Now she trying to backpedal. Oh, well, I seen this and I seen that. The judge said, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear you going to jail. You going to jail. That's what they need to do. Start locking y'all mothers up when y'all stop letting these fathers see these kids. Lock that ass up. Yes, Take Heed promotes locking that ass up. Yes, because y'all get in here, that's my baby. I ain't got to listen to you. That's my baby, my baby, my baby. That's the favorite words. My baby, my baby. Then y'all get in front of the judge and say the child is not safe with him. You weren't safe with him. You wasn't safe with him. When you was sucking and fucking, you wasn't safe with him. But yet you got a baby by him. So now, my baby can't be around him. My baby can't. Judges, continue to lock that ass up. Continue to lock these women up because it's stupid. Now, when the child get out of control, get grown, or a teenager, and you can't control them no more, and they laying hands on that ass, then you want to call her daddy. Now you want to call her daddy. Now, when I talk about a man with a king mindset, I didn't say he was rich. Take Heed didn't say he was rich. Take Heed ain't said that he made a lot of money on his job. Because a man with a king mindset can come from anywhere. Okay? Because he understands that his bloodline must succeed. A man with a king mindset prays over his children. A man with a king mindset guides his children. A man with a king mindset lays down accountability. Okay? Lays down the law for his children. I didn't say he was holy. I ain't say he was holy. I ain't say he was perfect. And I damn sure ain't say he was rich. But I'm tired of y'all getting in here and these kids get grown and they become straight up monsters. Straight up monsters. And I ain't say the father ain't never lay hands on these kids. Because sometimes, now Take Heed to the Message does not support violence, but sometimes you got to let them know. Sometimes you got to let them know. Now, here's one of our children that did the same damn thing. Okay? This is one of our children who did the same damn thing. And this right here was in Dallas, Texas. Here we go. Now, it'll probably be a commercial first. Okay? Then we're going to get into him coming on social media. So he did this nonsense and then came on social media.
The alleged shooter has now turned himself in. Good morning, Carmen and Madison. We're just now learning the name of that suspected shooter, 17-year-old Tracy Haynes. The Dallas Morning News reports that he turned himself in with the help of an organization called Urban Specialists, and they advocate against violence. Apparently, a family member called their helpline. Now, here's some video of Haynes surrendering last night in Dallas. Video was taken by Smash the Topic and shared online shows officers cuffing the suspect. Dallas ISD confirmed that the suspect was arrested but did not share any additional details. He's charged with aggravated assault, mass shooting, and is in jail on a $600,000 bond. Now, it's important to note, Dallas ISD police tell us this was a student-on-student shooting, not an intruder. You can imagine the chaos and fear here at Wilmer Hutchins High less than 24 hours ago. Take a listen to some students and parents' reactions shortly after the gunfire.
I heard like 6 shots, and the teacher ran to the door and closed it and told us to hide in the corner.
He told me they were shooting at the school for me to go up there. So I just jumped up out of the bed.
Now you can see hundreds of people running across the lawn in panic. According to police, 4 boys were hurt in the shooting. 3 of the 4 were hit with gunfire. The Dallas Fire Department says injuries range in severity from non-life-threatening to serious. We also know the high school does have metal detectors, which every student should pass through at the beginning of each school day. Though during Tuesday evening's press conference, DISD Assistant Police Chief Christina Smith says this was not a failure of safety protocol, and the gun got in somehow another way.
The gun did not come through during regular intake time, so it was not a failure of our staff, of our protocols, or of the machinery that we have.
The district's
only why this whole thing went wild is because the side doors of every school, they don't have a magnetometer. They only have a magnetometer in the front and the back of the school. That's it. Okay? So there's no magnetometer on the side doors and stuff like that. Which it would be nice if they locked the side doors, but that's a fire hazard, so they couldn't do that. So another child had to let him in. I don't think you can open up the door from the outside, okay? But someone had to let him in from the door, the side door. You know what I'm saying? That's how it happened. But should there be hall monitors in the hallway when kids are walking around? Yes, that should be hall monitors in the hallway. When I was young, they had hall monitors. Our child's school, the children's school, all the kids that all 3 of them that's in public school now, and the oldest one is in college, they have hall monitors. When I go to the school, you always see somebody walking the hallways and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to be a hall monitor or security. But more than likely, another kid let him in that door. Now, this is now we're going to get to the young man. We're going to go straight over to Instagram. The young man who did all this foolery, he came on his live, y'all. He came on his live after he did this shooting, okay? He came on his live. This boy going under the jail. He going under the jail. Just like the first young man we just talked about from Florida State, he going under the jail too. Both of them going under the jail, okay? All right. They took time. This was some planning. Okay. They took time. This was planning. They both going under the jail. Okay. Now here we go. This is from this right here is the breakdown. Here we go. Listen to this, y'all.
I love all my peoples, man. Nigga told me he was gonna kill me. All these niggas told me they was gonna kill me. Look what happened. I love my Sandra. I love the nigga behind this camera. I love Yana. I love my nieces and nephews. All of them. I want everybody to know I love them. People named that I didn't name, trust me, I love you. I can't think right now. But I love y'all. This is my last time fucking around me seeing y'all. Last time I'm talking to y'all, excuse my language. But I love y'all. I know I was wrong for what I did. But I didn't want to do it. But I had to do it. I'll be damned if one of us get buried again. I'm tired of us getting buried and nobody doing shit about it. My mama gone, my granny gone, everybody gone that I love. So I can't go. I can't go. I'd rather y'all see me like this, locked up, than y'all see me dead in the ground. And I know that's really what y'all, come on now. I know y'all don't want to see me dead. Come on now. God, what? Kill myself. But I know that's not what y'all want me to do. So let's be for real, y'all. I love y'all.
So this boy is a crash out because his mama and grandma is gone. So he basically put in his mind he don't have nothing to live for. So that's why he just came to that school and wrecked shop on 5 boys he was looking for. But I think he only got 3, and the other 2, something happened to them. But I'm not sure, so don't quote me on it. I just heard little bits and pieces of the news. But this young man is lost. He going under the jail. 17, you in there for the rest of your life. They putting you in there for the rest of your life. You ain't never coming home. You ain't gonna never see, you ain't gonna never see the outside. Oh my God, 17. 17. Do you see what happens when the guidance of males are not around these children? We talking about all colors. Do you see what happened when the guidance of men with a king mindset are not around these children? Do you see? This is the stuff that Take Heed be talking about, but y'all don't be wanting to listen to me. This is what happens when there is not a man of substance around these children. When you be giving that pussy to Pookie and Rere, and then you have Pookie and Rere children. Now, don't get me wrong. Pookie and Rere can grow up and they can change their mindset. Everybody has a window of opportunity to change their mindset, but they have to be willing to run through that change. They have to be willing when the change comes to run towards the change. My sisters, yes, there's a window of opportunity for you to come out of the hyena kingdom. I did. There's a window of opportunity for you to come out of the hyena kingdom and understand your purpose, but you have to be willing to have a mindset change. These children are growing up and they are becoming monsters. How do this young man think that, okay, he had to do it? He had to delete, these, allegedly 5 people. He had to delete these people. He had no other choice. His mother, his grandmother is gone. He had no other choice. Why? Why did he believe in his heart? He had no other choice. Y'all, if you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Donate to the page as well. I got 28 likes, but I got 47 people in here. 49 people. Be nice, y'all. When you come to somebody's house, you hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's called, being nice. It's called respect. Be nice. Hit that like button. Okay? Underrated Darkness said men are needed. Leadership now. This is the uncomfortable truth. But when the fathers try to be in these kids' life, some of y'all give these brothers ultimatum. Okay? Oh no, you can't be with my kid if you don't want to be with me. Because we a package deal. No, you're not a package deal. You are not a package deal. Let these kids, you know what I'm saying? Let these kids be with their fathers. Stop denying the father access to these children, because all we're doing are creating foolery when these kids get big. Why did he think 17 years old he is ready to end everything? 17 years old? You ready to end everything at 17 years old? Mm-mm-mm. So we gonna jump out of that. We gonna jump out of that. Oh my God. When they get in here and they talk about gun reform, because this is all we hear. This is all we hear is gun reform. This is all we hear when stuff like this happen. And they'll start coming down on the people who decided to exercise the Second Amendment, their rights, right? They'll get in here and clown these people. But yet, y'all can't protect us because how y'all let all these illegal migrants come in here, okay? And they took over not one, not two, but 3 apartment complexes in Colorado. Not one, not two, but 3 apartment complex. But y'all screaming gun reform. Black Queen said, what if the dads are toxic? How important is their, how important are they? That's what you're trying to ask me. I want to share something with y'all. Some of y'all who say the father is toxic. Did y'all not know the daddy was toxic before? Before you slept with this man, did y'all not know the daddy was toxic before? Why would you go and make a baby with this man? This is the question we really need to ask, though. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of women get in here and say the daddy is toxic, but the question is, why was you fucking him? That's the true question right there. Y'all always get in here and say the daddy toxic. You didn't know that? You didn't know he was toxic? So now, highly favored says no because he was a narcissist hiding it. How long can your representative stay? How long does a representative usually stay? Anybody know? How long does a representative usually stay? I'm going to share something with y'all. If you don't give the pussy freely, right? If you don't clink clink close those legs, right? Okay? If you close those legs, let's say this. If you close those legs, the representative fails. Like if you close those legs, you keep those legs closed tight, the representative fails. Because the true nature will come out. When you don't get, only how the representative can stay is if you jump on that horse quickly. Because if it's good, I got to continue to keep lying because, I got to continue to stay like this because, the BJJ is good. Okay? But if you clamp down on that BJJ, lock that thing down, the representative can't stay for too long. It can't. The representative can't stay. Well, how many times? First of all, listen, Take Heed representative was there for 6 months when I was dating my husband. 6 months when I was dating him. My representative, she tried her best. She held on for 6 months. She tried her best. Okay? Shout out to my representative. She tried her best. Okay? She tried. Can you imagine if Take Heed if I would have clamped down, because I'm not gonna get in here and lie. I was attracted to my husband. It was a problem when I first met him. Okay? I was already like lusting for him and I just met him. Okay? So can you imagine when we had decided to make that move, if I would have just clamped down, you know what I'm saying? my representative wouldn't have been able to stay. He would have been like, what the hell? What the, what the, what the hell? So my representative stayed long enough, okay? Long enough. She stayed long enough that Yahweh sent this man a word like this your wife, okay? And then once he told me, Yahweh said, you my wife, my representative said he already in love with you. I could go. You know what I'm saying? I could go. So now you show yourself, okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, Highly Favored said, I was with mine 6 years before having children with him. Sometimes they hide it for many years. Highly Favored, I'm going to share something with you. This is going to be nasty. Get ready for this. Okay? Now, when you come tell your business on my platform, right? Baby, you was foolish. You was foolish. And I'm not trying to be mean. And maybe you want to scroll up after this, but you were foolish. 6 years? 6 years? Ain't no way. No red flags, nothing? No. Nope. Now, either that dick was good, okay? Either that dick was good, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. 6 years? No. Queen, stop laughing, Queen. Stop laughing, Queen. Ain't no way. Nope, I still won't take that. 18, I'm still not going to take that. I was 19. I'm still not going to take that. I was 19 when I first got married. I'm still not going to take that. Nope. Because you can still see the red flags. I saw the red flags in my first husband. No. You won't. Nope. Let's go on to the next one, y'all. So, we're going to get out of that. I want us to talk about Carmelo. Okay? I want us to get into Carmelo real quick. We're not going to take long. His mama came and they had a news conference. Okay? They had a news conference. Okay? And so mama was there, daddy was there too. Okay? Now, mama got up there and talked. A lot of people say you could tell who's running the house by who talks the most. Now, I'm going to share something with you. I talk the most in our house, okay? I talk the most in our house. I'm the talkative one. Like, you always have like when you're married, there's always a mismatch. I'm the talkative one. Sometimes my king be like, you know what, that's enough. Like, go, that's it. Go sit down. That's enough. Like, my king will tell me like, nah, that's enough. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard the wife speaking yesterday and the husband was like on the side trying to, touch on her, like console her, he wiped her face and stuff like that. And they were saying that the husband was weak. Now, I'm going to share something with you. I'm not sure if the husband is weak or not, okay? I'm not sure if the husband is weak or not. But Anthony, the way he handled the situation, this was not right. Okay, now I know a lot of y'all, we gonna disagree. A lot of us gonna get in here, we gonna disagree. Okay? Now, the father is an upright man because he's been in that house with this boy from the day he was born or wherever they lived at beforehand, because 17 years the mama and the daddy been together. Okay? But the question is, was he in there teaching this boy something? Now I'm looking at how the boy grades and how he worked 2 jobs, so they taught him something. But does he have the conflict resolution of how his mama thinks? Okay? Because sometimes when the father is not the helm, okay, not at the helm, or maybe he's not home all the time, children that will pick up their mama's traits in conflict resolution. Okay, I thank God our son did not pick up mine, because the stuff this boy endured in school, if he picked up my conflict resolution, it would have been gone. Cause I know I was a problem in my younger years. Okay, so when you look at this, and there's no, I'm not trying to kick down either family, um Austin family or Carmelo's family. But it's painful when you see all this nonsense going on. And it was because of the decisions that the children had made that brought it to where it was. And I still get in here and I will tell you, bullying does not mean death. If someone asks you to get out of a certain area or move, or this was my seat, it shouldn't turn into a full war where somebody dies. Okay, I'm just saying, regardless of how y'all feel, regardless if you get in here and say that Austin bullied somebody, it should not lead into a full war. All right, okay, you don't want me to sit there. I grab my bag, I go. Okay, I grab my shit, I go. Takey has been told, and even in the doctor's office, oh, you know what? I was sitting there, ma'am. I was sitting there. I said, oh, I didn't know, honey, take the seat. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a whole out, it shouldn't be a full war. I'm just saying, y'all. I know some of y'all like, Takey, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute. But I'm just telling y'all. But anyway, we're going to find out what really went down. Okay? We're going to find out what really went down. But here is what the mama said. Okay? This is what the mama said. And it's all over social media of how the mama, and a lot of people are clowning the mama. They clowning the daddy too, because they saying the daddy should have got up there and spoke. But I'm going to share something with you. Whoever told the mama to speak, right? Whoever told the mama to speak, they only did it because they're trying to gather sympathy. I ain't lying to you. That's why they let the mama speak. They only did it to gather sympathy. Because it doesn't sound good when and I'm going to share something with y'all, and this is nasty what I'm about to say, but black men are intimidating. Black men that's in my chat right now, let me know if I'm saying this right. Black men look intimidating. When they get up and start talking, okay? Black men look intimidating. Okay? So it won't come off as, oh, it's a remorse. That's why they put the wife to go up first. And I don't know why a lot of content creators didn't land on that, but they not going to put the daddy. See, they can put the daddy of Austin up first because they were the ones that were violated. Their son got taken. Okay? But they cannot do that with a black man unless his son got taken. Okay? But if your son was the one being taken and you're standing up there and you're talking about you're trying to say the same thing that your wife say, they will say there was no remorse in the father talking. This is why the mama was crying. I know it's nasty, but it's true. Here we go.
The other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our...
Listen to this. She says she is stay-at-home mom. See, a lot of people believe that they took that GoFundMe money and they bought that house and the car and this and that. But I'm going to share something with you. They won't be able to maintain the house and the car if the father doesn't have a type of job where he could take leave. Okay? Where he can go and take leave and still be able to go back to his job, because the father is on leave right now because of the incident for the son. So a lot of people are like, oh, the house is this and the car is this, and this is the thing. Nobody knows what the father does for a living. Okay? Nobody knows, but I'm gonna share something with you. The father looked tech savvy, okay? And anybody who know anything about tech, they make good money. Okay, that's what he looked like to me. But I'm not sure. You know, looks can be deceiving. Okay? So they're talking about the house and the car and this and that, and the mother is a stay-at-home mom. Now she was like this before. So that means the father has enough money to maintain the household. And they had the house and the car already. And a lot of people don't understand that. They thinking, oh, they went and just, oh, bought all this new stuff, and they didn't. They didn't even get the money. They already lived like this. Okay? But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue.
Are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming.
Let me stop that right there. Ant-Man, I see what you're saying. That's why I said to you that even if the father is going through mental issues and stuff because of what's going on, and I understand that, but I still say with them having the mother come up first, this would have been for sympathy, because the father, all black men are intimidating. So I do agree with you on that one. All black men, no matter if they're just talking regular, they're calm, they're not shouting or none of that stuff, they look intimidating to everybody. I don't know if anybody knows that, okay? And they'll be the nicest person, but because it's a black man, they look intimidating, okay? This is what, the powers that be always use. He's intimidating. Okay? Here we go. Let's continue.
The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she is fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Sit, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised.
Now she right about that. She right about that. He deserves the same fair treatment that everyone else has been given. He deserves to be he deserves to be able to have the law as well. You know what I'm saying? How can I say this properly? He deserves to be his fair day. He deserves to have his day in court. You understand? I know we're talking about this conversation and a lot of us are hurting and we're sad about it, but he deserves to have his day in court. Yes, thank you, Star. He deserves that. The mother is right about that. Let's continue. Here we go.
At home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us.
She right.
To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Now I'm going to share something with y'all. A lot of the people who donated to the GoFundMe, right? Okay. You know, when you donate to GoFundMe, I know I'm saying it wrong, but when you donate to these things, right? You get to say something like when you put the donation. A lot of y'all was putting hatred in there. Like, you know, all types of stuff y'all were writing in there and calling all the, you know, you calling all types of names on here, you know, and at the end of the day, somebody baby died. And a lot of y'all, all y'all can say is that, well, you F around and you find out. And that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Mr. He said, how are you, sir? Okay. Go me fun. I you know how I do. You know how I do. You know how I do. Okay. You know how I do. So this is the uncomfortable truth. No matter how you feel about the family, okay? No matter how you feel about either family, we have to let this just play out in court. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you. We have to let this play out in court, no matter how you feel. A lot of y'all content creators are not doing what y'all supposed to do. Nobody is searching anything. Y'all just coming. Y'all took a picture of their house. You took a picture of their car. You put it on social media and this and that. Okay? Y'all did all this. And knowing that they have small children. Okay? The son is the one that did the crime. But let's get them all together and try to hurt the family. This is what y'all did. So this is why when y'all say racism does not exist in America, I beg to differ. Okay? I beg to differ. Okay? Because y'all will get in here for something like this and let's start this race baiting shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's start the breakdown of this race baiting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in here. Some of y'all agree we should get in here and start doing nonsense to each other. And the only thing y'all don't understand is that we need each other. Black and white, Hispanic, Asian, Haitian, African, American at the end. We need each other. That's the thing y'all messing up. Y'all messing up about that. We need each other. The situation is heartbreaking on both sides, but at the end of the day, Austin is the one that his life is gone. This young man is asleep in his grave. That's the uncomfortable truth at the end of the day. Conflict resolution should be taught. It should be taught. It is not about us taking a life. That does not make sense. Now, when you listen to Anthony's story and his background, you would never think that this child would have done something like this. You would never think. Because how many times have Take Heed got in here and was like, a king mindset is needed. A king mindset is needed in the household so the children can thrive. And this is why I say we gotta wait until the story play out. A lot of y'all talking about, oh, they trying to live ghetto fabulous and this and that. And the thing is, they lived like this before the incident happened. They had already owned the house, and not owned the house, but mortgaged the house, the car already they had. I put in one of my videos yesterday, I said, the sad part is that a lot of y'all think black people supposed to live poor. Like they don't have nothing. And one Caucasian sister came in and was like, oh, white people. I said, no. I ain't even say white people. That tell me right there, you ain't watched the whole video. I ain't say just white people. Black people think like that. Black people think like that too. You ain't supposed to live like that. Black people think like that too. Black people will get in there and tell you, oh, no, you know what? you ain't supposed to have all that. You ain't supposed to be living like that. What you trying to be white? That's what they'll say. Good morning, Red Lipstick Vibe. I see you, baby. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibe. Y'all get in here, like and subscribe to this sister channel. Content is always fire and educational. She come with that smoke, baby. Okay? Now, Mr. He Said is in the house. I done already shouted him out with his wife earlier in the beginning of the show. But we want to say shout out to Mr. He Said for Cerebral Saturdays, baby. Go over there, like and subscribe to that brother's content. Always fire. Lenard, thank you, baby, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, honey. I'll get in there and get you some music in a few minutes. The uncomfortable truth, okay? The uncomfortable truth is that this was a horrible situation. Both families are hurting. Regardless of how we look at this, both families are hurting. And for y'all to say the family is living ghetto fabulous, oh, because they got a house and a car, they had already had those things. They had already had those things. This is the uncomfortable truth. If you work hard and you make enough money, you can have a house. Get that credit right. You can have a house. Now they talking about how expensive this house was. You don't know how much this house was when they bought the house. You understand? You don't know how much the house was when they bought the house. You don't know. This is the uncomfortable truth. You don't know how much the house cost when they first bought that house. Because when we bought our house was only 2 and some change. Right now, our house is close to 5 right now on the market. Like right now, we be like, you know what, we gonna sell this house. Right now, we gonna get a nasty, nasty piece of money for this house. That's the uncomfortable truth. We gotta understand that our hearts have to go out to Austin Metcalf family too. I want y'all to understand that somebody lost their son. Regardless of how you think that Anthony was right, Someone lost their baby. You cannot get in here and not think about that. It's painful. Bullying does not mean death, allegedly. Allegedly bullying. Bullying does not mean death. My brothers and sisters, I want to share something with you. I'm not forcing you to love anybody. I'm not. I'm not forcing you to think what I think. I'm not forcing you at all. I'm not forcing you at all. But I want to share something with you. Think about if you were in the shoes of Austin Metcalf's mother. Think about that. If you were in her shoes, how would you feel? I'm just saying to y'all, think about that. Think about if you were in the father's shoes, regardless of their past, regardless of them not raising these boys together. Think about that. Now, I want us to go right over here. We're going to go to YouTube, okay? I want y'all to mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. I want y'all to hear something that one of the representatives said at Anthony news conference. Okay, I want y'all to hear what one of the representatives said because Metcalf father came to the news conference. Okay, I want y'all to hear this. Here we go.
Carmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by Give, Send, Go. Let's be clear. The family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this. But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false, lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, and private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Carmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative. The Carmelo Anthony.
Now I'm going to share something with you. Do I agree with what this man said? Yes, the family do need some security. I agree with that. Because our history tells us that the family needs security. Okay? No matter how you feel, we can't forget about history. Our history tells us that the family do need security. And I'm going to share something with you. And at the end of the day, justice has to be done too. Justice has to be done too. But everybody needs their day in court. And I want you to understand these are two young men. These are two young men. These are two families that are broken. Two families that are broken. No matter what happens, Anthony will never forget that day. And the Metcalf family will never forget that day either. Both families will never forget that day. And us riding the families and trying to destroy them. This is not the key. My brothers and sisters who are African American and my brothers and sisters who are Caucasian, this is not the time. It's not the time. This is not the time. Because like I told y'all, smoke and mirrors is serious. Do you hear what I'm saying? Smoke and mirrors are serious. Because if we're paying attention to the smoke and mirrors, we can't see what's really going on behind the curtain. We won't see what's going on behind the curtain because we're ready to have a race war. Who wants that? Who wants that? Who wants some foolery like that? Nobody wants that. A lot of us are intertwined. Some of us have married within each other's culture. Nobody wants that. Some of y'all who ready for war, y'all go sit the hell down. We have seen enough bloodshed already in our land. This is stupid. I do not agree with some of these content creators that's in here talking about gang your ass. Sit the hell down. This family is in trouble. Both families is in trouble. I want y'all to understand, my brothers and sisters, when a Caucasian child gets deleted by our own, there's nothing wrong with you sympathizing with the family. That doesn't mean you're turning your back on Anthony and his family. There's nothing wrong, but you have to call a spade, damn it. Caucasian family, when one of y'all delete one of our own, there's nothing wrong with y'all sympathizing with us. Because at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And justice must be done. Y'all getting out of the understanding of right and wrong. That's when a nation don't know what is right and what is wrong anymore. Do you hear what I'm saying? When a nation doesn't understand what is right and what is wrong, it's bad. Take heed to the message does not support violence. Okay? Not supporting violence in any way. Do you hear what I'm saying? And then you got people like this, foolish people that are trolls will get in here and put nonsense in the comment section. You see this nonsense right here? You see this? You see this foolery somebody just put in my chat right now? Foolery. And then they try to scare the hell out of people who are content creators. Let me share something with you. Anytime YouTube want to do something, they don't even come in here and warn you, baby. Get out my chat. They don't even come in here and warn you. They just shut your shit down. Get out my chat. Look at this foolery. Nonsense. Always some foolish people. I want to share something with y'all. As a people, we have to do better. As a people, we have to do better. You will not see Take Heed subscribe to this foolery and be like, oh, it's good that Metcalf got sent to glory. God forbid that I ever say some nonsense like that. Because I am a mother. I am a mother. And do I want to see anything happen to Anthony family? I do not. I just want to see justice be served properly. Properly. Not getting out here doing some foolery and we ready to do a race war. Nonsense. And y'all will agree with that. Some of these content creators get out here race baiting and stuff. And at the end of the day, all of us need each other to survive. Black, white, Hispanic, African, Haitian, Asian. We all need each other to survive. One cannot exist without the other. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. America has never been a nation like that. One cannot survive without the other. Hey, Skinny, how are you? Now we done. I'm finished going at y'all. We done. Anybody have some feelings towards it? I'm sorry. You know, it is what it is, baby. Okay? It is what it is. Now, for the first super chat, I appreciate you, honey, for giving me the first super chat. Lenard, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Here we go right here. Let me see what I got. Let me see.
Woman is the nastiest.
Oh, you know what? Not that one. Not that one. Here we go. Check this out, y'all. Y'all gonna like this.
Me and the others ain't the same kind. I know that we ain't on the same grind. Better hope you on the same side. Funny how I am the one, but I'm not the one at the same time. It's no surprise, hard work really pays off. Some rather sell their soul cause it pays more. It's really such a shame how they all are cancer to the game. Why you think they got them up on that stage for? These bars ain't a gimmick. I'm a menace from start to the finish. Took 2 L's to see that I was standing on business. Look outside, you gon' see a line at the clinic. It's kinda dumb, you hitting on everyone. You gon' catch something, ain't no removing until you're done. No better, you're introducing another fatherless son. Calling each other ops, but sharing a woman's tongue. I would've stopped if I knew what this would become. It's a joke, I'm about to do the most. And it probably won't change, but what's a world without hope? Worry about the wrong things, the election's getting close. Put a woman on a poll, maybe that'll make them vote. Oh yeah, it's too complex.
Listen to the words he's saying. Now, I know the beat is hot and it's from our time, but listen to the words he's saying, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the $10 super chat, my dear. Lenard, thank you so much. Now, we going to switch to something else a little bit calmer, okay? I ran across this last night. Now, my sisters, this is for you. Okay, I want y'all to tell me if this is true. Okay, I already know what I want to say, but I want y'all to tell me if this is true. A man said this. Here we go.
Woman is the nastiest, sluttiest version of herself possible in the bedroom. What she's functionally communicating with her behavior, which is the only thing that really matters, not with her words, but with her actions, that you are the most desirable man I've ever met. And I am willing to break the rules for you that I strongly and rigidly enforce with all other men. When a woman is...
Is that true? Is that true? My sisters, come to the forefront. We done switched the subject now. So is that true? If you believe that this is true, okay? If you believe that this is true, y'all have to stop using these men who are kind to you. Do you hear what I'm saying? That are kind to you. Because sometimes a man could just be kind to you, right? Just be kind to you, but you sexually are not attracted to him. You understand? You sexually are not attracted to him. So some of y'all will get in here and you will use this man. Y'all will use this man. I gotta come. You know what, y'all? Give me a minute. The dog is acting up. Give me 1 minute. Let me let y'all listen to this song one more time.
Me and the others ain't the same kind. I know that we ain't on the same grind. Better hope you on the same side. Funny how I am the one, but I'm not the one at the same time. It's no surprise, hard work really pays off. Some rather sell their soul cause it pays more. It's really such a shame how they all are cancer to the game. Why you think they got them up on that stage for? These bars ain't a gimmick. I'm a menace from start to the finish. Took 2 L's to see that I was standing on business. Look outside, you gon' see a line at the clinic. It's kinda dumb, you hitting on everyone. You gon' catch something, ain't no removing until you're done. No better, you're introducing another fatherless son. Calling each other ops, but sharing a woman's tongue. I would've stopped if I knew what this would become. It's a joke, I'm about to do the most. And it probably won't change, but what's a world without hope? Worry about the wrong things, the election's getting close. Put a woman on a poll, maybe that'll make them vote. Oh damn, it's too complex. Maybe I should let it rest. I had Nas X, y'all got Lil Nas X. How about you supposed to know if you never studied the text? As far as what they're wearing, that's something we won't address. Let's move on. Been doing this for too long. Need a new deal. I just wanna put my group on. Time to bring the real. Stop fishing in a new pond, cause everything's contaminated. Now we gotta amputate it. Some say I'm too animated, but they gotta follow that with he's nice animated. Tell Skip that he can't debate it. I really came to invade and you can't evade it. Even the West love my tribe like it's Katie painted. So tell the world that we bringing those vibes back. That what he just say, you rewind that. Back when all you needed was a kick and a hi-hat. The storytelling days, slick Rick with an eye patch. I got it all. This what I call home. It's been a long road to get from Providence to award shows. They say sex sells. That's why they put out women in short clothes. Now all I'm ever seeing is torsos. I'm back doing God's work. I'm only second if it's God first. I skipped the parties, now I embody the hard work. Tripped over pennies and lost so many, my heart hurts. Now I'm putting bars behind bars like a Converse. I wonder why the people you idolize and see.
Sorry about that, y'all. So, I told y'all he think he a prima donna, okay? So, what I just said to y'all, a lot of men go through this foolery, okay? A lot of men do, because financially, he takes care of you, but you don't have a desire to want to be with him. There are a lot of women who are in marriages like that. That when it comes to you being active with your husband, you don't have that desire. This is why a lot of y'all can cheat on your husband, okay? This is why a lot of y'all can cheat on your husband. And when that young man said that I played him the other day, he said the best people that he loves to mess with are married women because they give it up the most easiest. Because usually y'all don't have a desire for your husband. So you'll get in here and you'll do foolery with a man that you just met because you desire a stranger than your husband. So this is just a little tidbit for a lot of y'all young ones, okay? Little tidbit. When you meet, okay, yes, no strings attached, that's what he said. When you meet, okay, they didn't put the artist's name, Steven. When you meet a man from the rip, if you don't have a desire to want to sleep with him, I didn't say sleep with him on the first night, but if you have a desire to want to sleep with him, if you don't, let's say that. If you don't have the desire, leave him alone. He belongs to somebody else. I don't care how much money he got. I don't care how good he doing. Don't use this man. Let him go. But if you have a desire to want to sleep with him, then you continue. But I didn't say sleep with him. I didn't say do that. Because you have to get to know somebody. You understand? You have to get to know somebody before you go and do some foolery. Now, I want us to get on. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all too long, okay? I'm not going to keep y'all too long. When I heard this, okay? When I heard this right here, this young woman, she said, I love my husband. This young woman said, I love my husband. A lot of women don't be saying that. I love my husband. They'll just have an illusion of I love my husband. Okay? Just, a little something. And what she said, okay, I was like, this is so true. Now, a little bit, I disagreed just a little bit. But I understood what she was trying to say. Okay? Here we go. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
No.
Here we go.
You have to be married to a real man to understand what I'm about to say. Because if you're not married to a real man, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. My husband is the leader. I don't walk beside him. I'll never walk in front of him. I'll walk behind him. Now I'm right up on his heel because he's not perfect. He's human. Things are going to happen and I'm going to have to catch him. And I'm going to hold on to him until he's ready to stand back up tall because he's going to stand back up tall because that's the love that he has for me. He's a fighter for me. He going to make sure he always handling his business. But like I said, things happen. But let me tell you something. If you don't allow that man to lead, He will never be the man that you need him to be. You have to give him the space and the opportunity to lead you. And if you don't think he can do that, if you don't think he has the ability to do so, go find somebody else. That's not the man for you. If you can't trust that that man will lead you to where y'all need to be at, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have to be married to a real man to understand.
Now, the part when she say a real man, I always hate when y'all say that. But everything else she was hitting, okay? Because what do you mean when you say real man? Now, I would rather say a man with a king mindset. Stephen, thank you for becoming a member for the Take Heed membership 3. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. So, when she say a real man, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that part. I like when you say a man with a king mindset, because no matter when you meet a man, he's a real man. He's a real man. You know what I'm saying? Any man you meet, that's a real man. If he have a pole swinging between his legs, that's a real man. So a man with a king mindset. Because, ladies, I want to share something with you. You should only follow a man. Onika, how are you, honey? You should only follow a man that has a king mindset. Not a Pookie and Rere mindset that will lead you to damnation. Okay? This is what Take Heed will always tell you. Not a Pookie and Rere man. You know, a Pookie and Rere mindset will lead you to damnation. A man with a king mindset will lead you to the kingdom. You hear me? He will lead you to the kingdom, but you have to be ready to follow. A lot of y'all not ready to follow. You have to be ready to follow. Do you understand what I'm saying? Y'all don't worry about him crying. My husband is outside, so he want to go outside now. Mind you, he was crying that I had let him, he was outside too long. Now my husband is outside. So now he crying because he want to go outside. Ain't that crazy? I told y'all, this dog this dog be doing the most, okay? He be doing the most. He not no puppy. He not no puppy. He look like a bear. He ain't no puppy. Look at this nonsense. This ain't no puppy. He look like a bear. Look at him. Now he's speeding around the house like Speedy Gonzalez. I'm tired. I don't have time. Okay? I don't have time. Now, Wallace said, leave the baby alone. No, he doing nonsense in here. Okay? He doing nonsense, running back and forth. I'm tired. I don't have time. He keep looking at me. I don't have time. Okay? Oh my God. So now, y'all, listen. I just want to put that out there to y'all. I want you to understand something. Stop saying that you need a real man. Okay? You need to get in here and say, I need a man with a king mindset. I didn't say he was rich. You understand? Because some of y'all will get that messed up. I need a man with a king mindset. No, I didn't say he was rich. Most men with a king mindset are not like, extravagant. Most of them are not. Okay? So I'm saying you need a man with a king mindset that can lead you to the kingdom. Because there are a lot of rich men who are Pookie and Reres, honey. And they will make you in here be baby mama number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 baby mama. Okay? I'm just letting you know. A man with a king mindset can work in Home Depot. A man with a king mindset, okay? A man with a king mindset could work for the city. A man with a king mindset can work at the bank. A man with a king mindset, okay? A man with a king mindset can work at the postal service. A man with a king mindset can be construction, a plumbing, an electrician. I'm just letting y'all know, because some of y'all get in here and y'all be talking cray-cray, okay? So what she's saying, what sister girl is saying, she right, okay? But I'm going to share something with y'all. This is the downside of y'all women believing. I want to share this another video I got coming for y'all. This is the downside of a lot of y'all women and the belief that y'all get from these old hoes, okay, from back in the day. The belief that y'all get, and the pretty girls that get in here and tell y'all that this shit makes sense. Here we go, right here.
I'm sitting in my car and I done came up with an idea. You know how you go get your hair done, but before you get your hair done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your lashes done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your nails done, you have to put down a deposit, right? And if you don't show up, you do not get that deposit back. So I done came up with an idea. We should start charging these men deposit to date us.
That's cute, but your logic is off. First and foremost, dudes don't pay deposits to get their hair cut. And if the barber's charging too much, we ain't even showing up.
So, ladies, I'm sick.
You see that nonsense? Shout out to Angry Man. Do you see that nonsense right there? That she thought that sound good. Now hear her one more time. She thought that sound good.
I'm sitting in my car and I done came up with an idea. You know how you go get your hair done, but before you get your hair done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your lashes done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your nails done, you have to put down a deposit, right? And if you don't show up, you do not get that deposit back. So I done came up with an idea. We should start charging these men deposit to date us.
That's cute, but your logic is off. First and foremost, dudes don't pay deposits to get their hair cut. And if the barber's charging too much, we ain't even showing up.
So, ladies, I'm sitting in my car and I done came up with an idea. You know how you go get your hair done, but before you get your hair done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your lashes done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your nails done, you have to put down a deposit, right? And if you don't show up, you do not get that deposit back. So I done came up with an idea. We should start charging these men deposit to date us.
That's cute, but your logic is off. First and foremost, dudes don't pay deposits to get their hair cut. And if the barber's charging too much, we ain't even showing up.
So, ladies, I'm sitting in my car and I done came up with an idea. You know how you go get your hair done, but before you get your hair done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your lashes done, you have to put down a deposit. Before you get your nails done, you have to put down a deposit, right? And if you don't show...
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to call my husband because he out here running back and forth. He doing too much. So, this is the uncomfortable truth. What she's saying, she believes she right. And this is that pretty girl logic. And how do these women become this pretty girl logic? Once they get that 27-inch wig on and they get that makeup all over their face, okay? And they get that makeup all over their face, they look like a totally different person. Totally different person. Okay? This is why Take Heed does not subscribe to all that makeup. This is why Take Heed at times come up here barefaced. You understand? So you can see all the flaws on my face. I'm not ashamed to show you the flaws on my face. A little foundation will cover that up, but I don't put a whole bunch of nonsense on me. The pretty girl logic has destroyed. Look at him now. He panting all hard now because he was running around. So the pretty girl logic will have you ruin your life. You understand? The pretty girl logic will have you ruin your life because you out here listening to women that they gotta sit a whole hour and put makeup on and then put the 27-inch wig on and then think that they a bad bitch. So then they'll come to social media and they'll tell average looking women like me that, oh no, you gotta be telling these men to put a deposit down. What the hell? Aren't you trying to get to know this man? And you saying he needs to put a deposit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You need to put a deposit. JJ, I'm not nobody's sugar mama, JJ. JJ, I can't be no sugar mama. I can't be no sugar mama. I have a king. I can't be a sugar mama. I'm spoiled. So I can't be a sugar mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm spoiled, JJ. I'm sorry. Okay? I can't be a sugar mama. I was just at Walmart yesterday crying to my husband that I wanted some new sneakers. I can't be a sugar mama, okay? I had got me 2 pairs of sneakers. I'm spoiled. 2 pair of sneakers and some socks. I can't, I can't be a sugar mama, okay, baby? Now, my husband is a sugar daddy for me, but I can't be a sugar mama. Now, anyway, I'm going to share something with y'all, okay? This is the pretty girl logic that ruins average women. Because you getting up here talking about, okay? You getting up here talking about you need a deposit. Shout out to Angry Man Channel. Because he was like, ain't no way. Ain't no man going to pay for that. This is why y'all don't see men at those dating venues anymore. This is why they tired. Like, if you ever want to know if men are tired, all you got to do is go to these dating vineyards. You know what I'm saying? When they had these little parties and stuff. All you got to know, and you don't see no men. Only women show up there. Because the men are tired. Some of y'all come with some boo-boo the fool nonsense. Some demands when you first meet a man. I don't remember talking to my king like that when I was dating him. I don't remember none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm dating brunches. Thank you, Mr. He said. I don't remember none of this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with a coffee and a walk and talking and everything. I don't remember none of this. And you know what? That might be why I'm still married. That might be why I'm still married. Because when my king used to come with like gifts like Michael Kors and stuff like that, I used to be like, why? You know, I'm not into name brand and stuff like that. And he had to find out the hard way. He said, so what? And he bought me the gift, but I'm happy. He said, you don't look happy. I said, I'm happy. I'm thankful for the gift. He said, you know what? I must have messed up. So he sat next to me. He said, what you like? I said, see, that's what you should have asked me first. That's what I said to him. I said, I like costume jewelry. He said, what? I said, yeah. I don't wear name brand clothes. He said, you don't? I said, no. I don't even like name brand purses and stuff like that. Long as it look nice and I got some room in it, baby, I'm a rock it. You know what I'm saying? And this is when I was young, in my 20s. Okay? We're not going to say somebody was cracking on me yesterday when I was cutting their hair. Okay? Talking about, look at all that gray hair you got on your head. Mind you, sir, if you didn't get your hair cut, your hair to be full of gray too. Trying to crack on me. Okay? Yes, I got gray hair. Okay? I got gray hair. Yes, I do. Trying to crack on me. Oh, my God. Okay? I shouldn't have cut your hair right. But I've been doing it so long, it's easy. I do it like it's flawless. Okay? Trying to be mean to me. Talking about you got all that gray hair. I mean, when you ain't had no gray hair. Of course, I was in my 20s. Oh, my God. Now, anyway, let's get back to the foolery that this young girl thought she was cooking. You know, some of y'all getting here, y'all be thinking y'all cooking. But there's a brother who came up and he said this about y'all. This is what he said, okay? This is what he said. Shout out to I Am Handsome. Okay, shout out to I Am Handsome. Here you go.
How good this nigga looks as a bitch.
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup, let me see what you look like without the hair, I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep.
Okay, Jessica Wu, look at this Tu Wang Fu shit right here.
Now, the noise that y'all listening to is a man shaving off his beard. Okay, so I got to be y'all audio. A man shaving off his beard. Okay, he making sure it's nice and clean and everything. Okay, now he's applying makeup all over his face. Now, I shared the video with y'all in our IG. Okay, our group chat on IG, and he put makeup all over his face. This is a man. He done put a 27-inch wig on, baby. Okay, he done laced that wig on real tight. Okay, this is why men are asking y'all to take that makeup off your face, take that wig off your head, so they can see what you actually look like. Because when you got Megatron, okay, when you got Megatron coming out, okay, Megatron coming out looking like something, you scared the shit out of somebody. That looked like a damn woman.
Look how good
that looked
this
like a woman
nigga looks as a bitch.
That's terrible.
Whenever.
And then you got women like this
Let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep.
Okay.
That's a lie. That's a lie. With all these Megatrons running around here, y'all better stop wearing those wigs. When you start dating somebody, take off that wig, okay? Take off that wig. Don't have no makeup on. Let them see what you look like, okay? There's going to be a time, y'all remember coming to America, there's going to be a time where men going to have to touch you between your legs. The time is coming, okay? Where men going to have to say, wait a minute before we start talking. Okay, before we start talking, I need a check. Okay, and the thing is, they even doing surgery. So I'm not sure how you gonna win for losing, my brothers. I'm not sure if you're gonna be win for losing. Okay, maybe you have to go with the logic of how one brother had said a couple months ago. If they ain't got one child, then I know something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to go with that logic. I don't know. Okay, I need to see baby pictures of you when you were small. I need to see pictures of you when you was in in first and second grade. I need to go to your mama house, your grandmama house, where the pictures at before I get serious with you. Okay, the crying game is real, my brothers. Y'all be careful out here. Okay, look like a whole woman. He done shaved neck, look like a whole woman. Okay. Y'all listen. Crying game is real. So when my brothers get in here and say, listen, I don't need you to wear that wig. I need you to take off that makeup. Okay? I need to see what you actually look like. This is what they talking about, because Megatron is real. I know y'all saw all these, videos of how people transform themselves and look like a woman. They make that cheekbone look like, so like, nice and appley, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Make your face look nice and round and everything, because y'all know y'all men, y'all face is hard, okay? Most men, y'all face is hard, okay? God made you like this, whoop, whoop, down, that's it. God took time to make woman. He made them very curvy. Okay? That's why they out here getting all these, the Megatron surgeries and everything. Okay? Now, listen. I know we discussed a lot today. And I enjoyed my time with all of y'all. Okay? I enjoyed my time with all of y'all. And I want y'all to hear this, okay? This is for my brothers and sisters only, okay? This is for my brothers and sisters only. This message is directed towards you. Listen to this.
Angry and bitter at black women for so long. All right.
Let me start it again. because she said black men are angry and bitter at black women. Okay? And she said she gonna tell you why black men are angry and bitter at black women. Mm-hmm. So this right here is just strictly for my brothers and sisters. Okay? We gonna get in here and dissect this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
Men have been angry and bitter at black women for so long, all right? And I have a whole historical trope about this. Okay, so I told y'all I was gonna come on here and talk about black men's dislike, discontent, disdain for black women and why they are flat out mad at us. Now, you're probably like, well, what makes you qualified to talk about this? Well, I have studied black people and the black diaspora with all of my college dollars, and I also have a master's degree from one of the top radio, television, and film schools in this country that I went to on scholarship. Let's move on, babes. Now, the short answer to this is that black men became economically irrelevant to black women, which eventually led to the rebellion of the leadership of the black man. Now for the longer answer. So statistics tell us that black women have some of the lowest rates of marriage. However, it was not always that way. Even if you go back into slavery times, black people were sneaking off to get married, and even up until the early 1900s, black women had higher rates of marriage over their clear counterparts before the social engineering of the welfare state. And you're probably like, well, what is the social engineering of the welfare state? Well, prior to the social engineering of the welfare state, black people had 78% dual household, mother and father in the house, and these two people were married. 78%. Under the social engineering of the welfare state, i.e. aid, welfare, subsidized programs for housing and things of that nature, the government required that a male could not be living in the house in order for that family to receive aid or public assistance. And this just wasn't written in fine print. There were actual pop-up audits, like a Section 8 inspection that we have currently to this day, that the government inspectors would come out and look for traces of a male in the house. And if they found any shoes, any shirts or clothes or anything like that, you were cut off from that public assistance. If you need proof of this, watch the movie Claudine. This is right simultaneously in alignment with Nixon's war on drugs, which took the U.S. prison system from 300,000 people incarcerated to 2.3 million people incarcerated, and 2/3 of those people were people of color. So there you have black men being removed from the home. Then you have a war on drugs, which is disproportionately incarcerating black males in particular. And now what do black women have to do? Make it work and figure it out. Then that births a generation of struggling mothers teaching their daughters to go to school, get a degree, and don't depend on a man for nothing. Like and follow for part 2, where we will talk about the black male athlete, the birth of the hip hop generation, the over-sexualization of black women, and how we went from this to that. Black men have been.
So what y'all think? Hey, Green Beans, how are you? Side, I see you in the chat. How you doing, honey? So what y'all think? Is the black man angry with the black woman? What do y'all think? Well, I don't think they're angry. I think they're hurt and disappointed. I don't think they're angry. Yeah. I'm going to share something with you. If they were angry, right, the correction wouldn't need to be made. They would just move and say, forget it, I'm done. Now, will I say that they are heartbroken and they're hurt and they're still trying to find a way to save their sisters? Yes. Now, is it hard to save their sisters? It is, because there's a lot of she demons running around here that's telling you that, you know what, you're better than the black man. There's a lot of she demons that's running around here that tell you you need to have this man put a deposit before the date. There's a lot of she demons running around here that tell you oh, you need to have him cash app you $500 before he can even talk to you. There's a lot of she demons that runs around here telling you that, so what, you got 7 babies and 7 different baby daddies, that you deserve the man that is the top 10. There's a lot of she demons that runs around here telling these women this stuff. And there are a lot of men who want to give the correction, but you'll get in here and say, you don't love your mama. You'll get in here and say, you sassy. You'll get in here and say, you a narcissist. You'll get in here and say, you're overbearing. So will I say that black men have given up on black women? They have not. They have not. You want to know how you know they haven't? Because of the last election we had right there. You see how they went in there and voted with their sisters like that? That thing, those numbers just complemented each other. Even though those brothers voted wrongly, it complemented each other. So black men have not given up on their sisters. They're not mad with their sisters. Now, will I say they heartbroken? Will I say they don't understand why their sisters act the way they do? Yes. Yes. Now, will I say who is really angry? Y'all, my sisters, y'all angry. I know y'all said, bitch, what? Y'all angry. Y'all the ones that's angry. Because you think he should have fought harder for you. Am I right? You think he's supposed to fight harder for you. Like even when you misbehave and get indignant and start screaming and cursing at him and this and that and calling him a mother MFer and you ain't shit and this and that. You think he's supposed to got out there and fought harder for you until you was ready for the change. But my sister, how long does the change take though? How long does the change take? Some of y'all husbands been waiting 15, 20 years for the change. Some of y'all husbands right now live miserable with you in the household. He been waiting for the change. Some of y'all been with a man 5 years. He been waiting for the change. But the change has not shown up. So when you see this man say, you know what? I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. And y'all getting that one heated argument where he know he usually just let you slide. You know what I'm saying? He usually let you slide. But now you see him start packing up all his shit. And he say, you know what? I gotta let it go. Because the change is not coming. Y'all remember about like a year and a half ago, we did a video where the woman went on a girl's trip, okay? For 7 days, she went on a girl's trip. She got 9 children with her husband. 9 children with her husband. And she went on a girl's trip. And he told her not to go. Okay, hey Renee, how are you, baby? He told her not to go. And she still sat up there, was like, I'm going with my girls, this and that, whatever. He said, okay, by the time you get back, I won't be here. Okay? So when she touched ground, he packed his stuff up already. And he was like, I'm done. Because that's a man who been trying 9 years for you to be obedient. And then you came to social media crying, talking about he done left you and that who gonna help you pay all the bills and this and that. But when he asks you to be obedient, you don't understand the word. How can a man love and protect something, try to love and protect something that's not obedient to him? And I know a lot of y'all sisters don't like that word, but we're the only culture that don't like that word. Other cultures understand that you have to be obedient to your husband. I didn't say you were beneath your husband. I didn't say that your opinion doesn't matter. I said that you have to be obedient to him because he is what? He is supposed to be the leader. You can't follow the leader and be in front of him. A lot of y'all sisters, y'all angry. A lot of y'all angry because you think the black man's supposed to sit there and fight for you year after year after year after year. He keep telling you change, 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 and no change is coming. And this is why y'all see in these dating brunches that these men are not showing up because they're tired. How many years do I have to continue to keep fighting for the love I have for you? You can't see that I love you? Because every time, no matter what you say to me, I still keep coming back. Y'all dog walked these men about Kamala Harris, didn't y'all? Y'all dog walked these brothers. Oh, if she lose, it's going to be black men. It's black men fault. And then when she lost, okay, it wasn't the black man that made a loss. Okay, them Caucasian brothers and the Hispanics got out there. Hispanic brothers got out there and was like, she not getting that for the win. Okay, your brothers still sat up there and voted with y'all. Walk with you in a burning household. But no change, right? No, we not gonna change. I'm not gonna change, damn it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm not gonna change. Now listen, Take Heed was in that foolery with y'all. I was in my 20s. I was in that foolery with y'all. I was in that foolery. Okay? I was in that foolery with y'all. God, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the mindset change. I want to thank you for the mindset change. Because, baby, if I ain't have a mindset change, do you know Take Heed will be this age right now? I wouldn't have nobody. Take Heed wouldn't have nobody. You hear me? I'll be alone. Okay? I'll be alone. And just by myself. I'd have never met these children. I'd have only had one. Take Heed, want to thank God for everything. Because if this man didn't come out with some Japanese samurai swords and shit for me, with my little karate shit I was trying, if this man ain't come out with those samurai swords and shit, I'd have been just like some of y'all bitches right now. Woo! Thank you! Yes, I would have been like some of y'all bitches right now. So I'm going to enjoy my king while he's still here. I'm telling you right now. I will continue to enjoy mine. I'm not going to no lunch brunch. Okay, dating brunch. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. You done put on your baddest shit and ain't nobody there. Okay? Ain't nobody there. You done put on your baddest shit, ain't nobody there. All right? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Honey, ain't no way. When I hear this song, okay? When I hear this song, I know there ain't no way. Do you hear me? Ain't no way. When I hear this song right here, I say, ain't no way. Okay? When I hear it, I say, ain't no way. Mm-mm. It's how God got me over. Ain't no way. Ain't no way nobody could tell me anything different. Ain't nobody could tell me anything different. Ain't no way.
I don't know how God's gonna do it.
Oh my God. Mm-mm.
I don't know
No.
when it's gonna fix it.
That's nasty.
Well,
Mm-mm.
I only know He's gonna make a way for me. I know He's gonna, yeah, He's gonna do it. I know He's gonna fix it. Yeah.
Stop letting these women fool you on these YouTubian streets. They will fool you. They will fool you. You will walk out. You will walk out and miss your teacher. You have a lot of women that say, I ain't know he was a narcissist. I ain't know he was this. I ain't know he was that. If you would have clink that, but JJ close that, but JJ clink, you would have found out that something wrong with this man. You'd have found out something was wrong with this man. I ain't say, listen, I ain't getting it. Listen, I take heat, cannot get up here and tell you when to open up that but JJ. But pay attention to the signs. Y'all look like y'all mad with our brothers. Anything that come out, y'all ready to get in here. If this it's the black man that did it. Y'all be quick. Y'all be quick with it. It's black men that did it. Y'all be blaming them for everything. They get blamed for breathing. They get blamed for breathing. Just ordinary air, they get blamed for it. Any little thing. And now you talking about we gotta put a deposit on dating. Oh no, you want to go out on a date with me? It's a deposit. Girl, please go sit down. Go sit down. Y'all get that 27-inch wig, put all that makeup on, and it gives you some false ideology. Gives you some false image of yourself. I gotta go. Okay? I gotta go. I'm done. I got to go. Okay? I gotta go. Okay? Now, before I leave, Anthony sent me a cash app. Anthony, I see you, baby. Before I leave, Anthony sent me a cash app. And Anthony, I want to throw this at you real quick. Here we go.
Are you telling me that Dr. Dre wants me to rap Can't See Me by Tupac, bro? Let's get it then. But y'all know give me my money in stacks and lace my bitches with dime figures. Real killers' fingers on nickel-plated knob triggers. Must see my enemies defeated. I catch them while they coked up and weeded up and find out these bitches bleeding. See me in flesh and test and get your chest blown. Straight out the west, don't get blown. My adversaries cry like home. Open and shut like dough. Is you a friend of fuck? Homie, you ain't know. They got me stretched out.
Shout out to Anthony once again. Now, first of all, I'm going to share something with you. Take Heed did not say that she wasn't a heathen. I had listened to music when I was young. Take Heed never said she was not a heathen. I was a heathen. I still am at times, okay? So I never said I was perfect, okay? I like different type of music, okay? And this was one of them back in the day when I was younger.
Are you telling me that Dr. Dre wants me to rap Can't See Me by Tupac, bro? Let's get it then. But y'all know the rules.
Oh, now I gotta go. Okay? There's a lot of music I used to love back in the day, but I gotta go. Now, everybody have a wonderful day. And Take heed to the message, okay? Take heed to the message, everybody. Much love to you all, okay? Y'all be safe today, all right? If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmraxfashion.com. Mercari, POSHMARK, eBay, if you're interested, okay? The links are in my bio. If you want to shop merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see Shop or Store, okay? They got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. If you're interested, okay? Y'all, stop letting people try to put us in a race war. Stop paying attention to the smoke and mirrors and pay attention to what's going on behind the curtain. I just want to put that out there to you. Much love to y'all all. Have a great one, okay, everybody? Have a great one. This is the type of music, when y'all hear this music, you already know what's about to happen. So I want y'all to hear this beat. You already go crazy for this song anyway. Here we go.
This song didn't even need no words. This song just strictly beat and it still go crazy.